Hi guys, today's topic is general properties of acids and bases. In this topic we are going to see what is acid and base, what are the properties and comparison between these two, and these acid and bases is reacting with the metals, metal carbonates, metal oxides, what are all the products we are getting, that and all we are going to see. Now just the general introduction. Acids. What is acids? Acid is a chemical substance. It is a chemical substance. Substance which is in sour taste. In aqueous medium. And it has a ability to change a litmus paper, blue litmus paper to red. It will change the blue litmus paper to red. Okay, acid is a chemical substance which is in a sour taste in aqueous medium, and it has the ability to change blue litmus to a red litmus. And now next one is, which is opposite to acid, base. Okay, base is a bitter taste substance, chemical substance, bitter taste chemical substance, and it is slippery to touch. If we touch the acid means it feels like slippery, and it has the ability to change a red litmus to blue litmus. A red litmus to blue litmus. Okay, and some bases will soluble in water. Not all the bases, some bases will soluble in water, and that is known as alkalis. Alkalis means what? Some of the bases will soluble in water, and that is known as alkalis. Base is a chemical substance which is in bitter taste, and it is slippery to touch, and it is changing the red litmus paper to blue litmus paper, and some of the bases have the ability to soluble in water, and that bases are known as alkalis. According to pH scale, we know in the previous video I clearly thought about the pH scale. If you have any doubt means you can see the previous video. I will give the link in the description box. And according to the pH scale, we know the pH value. Here 1 to 6, and here 7, in here above 7. So these, the 1 to 6 number, which chemical substance is having 1 to 6 in the pH scale, and that is known as acids. And above 7, and that is known as a base. And 7 means it is neutral substance. The pH scale, according to pH scale, pH number, a substance which is chemical substance which is having a pH scale number is 1 to 6, and that is known as acid. If it is having 7 means that is neutral substance. Above 7 it is base. And the next one is physical properties of acid and bases. What are the physical properties of acid and bases? And here I will put the tabular column for the properties. This is acid and this for base. Okay, now first property is color. What is the color of the acid? Some of the mineral acids are colorless. Okay, and sometimes sulfuric acid, sometimes only, not always, sometimes sulfuric acid. What is the chemical formula for sulfuric acid? H2SO4. Sometimes the sulfuric acid become yellow due to some impurities which is present in that acid. Sometimes it will show a yellow color. And some organic acids are white colored solid. So acid, usually some mineral acids are colorless. Sometimes H2SO4 become yellow due to which is how much of impurities is present in that acid, and organic acid white color solid. And here come for base means it is also colorless, but except for the hydroxides. OH ions. Hydroxide means OH minus ions will present, and copper. So that and all will expose some color, but all the bases are colorless. And next one is feeling. If we touch, what we will feel. If we touch the base, means it is in slippery state. If we touch the base, it is slippery to touch. And next one is solubility. We can't touch the acid because it is corrosive. It will poisonous to your skin. So next property is solubility. Acid will soluble in water. Acid will soluble in water. And not all the bases, some bases, not all the bases, some bases will soluble in water, and that is called alkalis. So these are all the basic properties. Again I will repeat the physical properties of acid and bases. Properties: acid and base. A color. Color means mineral acids are colorless. Sometimes H2SO4 will be in yellow color due to some impurities present in the acid. In organic acids, white color solid, and base is colorless except OH minus ions, hydroxide ions. And then if we touch the acid, we can't touch acid, it is corrosive. If we touch base, means it is slippery to touch. Then next one is solubility. Acid are soluble in water, and some bases are soluble in water, and that is known as alkalis. Separately, we are going to see physical properties of acids. The word acid, it came from Latin word acere. It came from Latin word, okay, acere. So which means a sour taste, okay, it produces sour taste. Once the acids binds to the base, when this acids binds to the base, react with base, it becomes a neutral substance. Neutral substance means, what is the pH value? 7. Okay, when the acid binds with base, it becomes a neutral substance. After this reaction can lead to water. It will produce water, H2O. Okay, when acid is reacting with base, it becomes a neutral substance. It produces a H2O, and salt plus salt, it produces a salt. And acids in aqueous solution, it produces aqueous solution. Acids in solution, it produces H plus ions, hydrogen ions, H plus ions. It produces a hydrogen ions, which are responsible for the conductivity of the solution. I will explain. For example, in a beaker, I am having some acid, any acid I am having. In this acid in aqueous solution, when I am mixing water, acid plus water is here. This acid will produce H plus ions, hydrogen ions, and these hydrogen ions are responsible for the electricity conductor. These hydrogen ions conduct the electricity. Okay, strong acids means it will conduct the electricity very strongly. Weak acid means weak conductivity. Strong acid means strong conductivity. Weak acid means weak conductivity. This acid in aqueous medium, it produces H plus ions, hydrogen ions, and this is responsible for the conductivity of the electricity. Strong acid means it will conduct the electricity very strongly. Weak acid means it will conduct the electricity weakly. And next one is chemical properties of acid and bases. And next properties is chemical properties of acids and bases. The first chemical property is acid-base reaction with metals. This acid and base is going to react with metals. Okay. First we will take acid. A metal is reacting with any acid. What it will do means it will displace. I already told acid have H plus ions. No? And this metal will displace this H plus ion. It displaces the H plus ion from the acids. Okay. And this leads to the evolution of hydrogen gas. When metal is reacting with acid, it will displace the H plus ion which is present in the acid, and this leads to the evolution of hydrogen gas. So the metal combine with remaining part of the acid to form salt. Okay. Again I will repeat, this metal is reacting with this acid and it is displacing the H plus ion which is present in the acid. Finally, after this displacement, we will get the hydrogen gas. Then this metal is reacting with remaining part of the acid. Remaining part of the acid, it leads to produce salt. Okay, for example, sulfuric acid I am taking here, H2SO4. Metal, zinc metal I am taking here, zinc metal I am taking here. Okay, so this zinc metal is displacing the H plus ions, and this leads to the displacing the H plus ions. This leads to the production of hydrogen gas. So this H2 came here. Afterwards, this metal is reacting with remaining acid. Remaining acid means this one, to form a salt, zinc sulfate. Okay, first metal and acid is reacting with each other. It is displacing the H plus ions and it leads to produce hydrogen gas. Afterwards, this metal is reacting with remaining part of the acid, then it forms salt. And next one is metals with base. We will take here alkalis. Alkalis means what I said, base which is soluble in water. Base which is soluble in water, and that is known as alkalis. So the metal is reacting with this alkalis. What means the same salt and hydrogen gas will produce. Example, I am taking what metal means same zinc metal, alkalis, water soluble base. What I am taking means sodium hydroxide I am taking here. Okay, why I am putting here 2? To balance the equation. If you have any doubt in the balancing equation means see my all videos. In that videos I gave the balancing equation, how to balance the equation. I will give the link in the description box. So now come to this equation. What metal? Zinc metal and alkalis, sodium hydroxide I taken here. So as usual, what H2 gas will out came. This H2 will go out and balance things and all join with each other. This will join with this. So we will get sodium zincate. Sodium zincate we get. This only happens when metals is reacting with alkalis.